Good morning, beta. Welcome to all of you at IC classes. Yeah, good morning to all of you. Angel, who comes first with good morning at even 6:10 a.m. So it meant for he's already in waiting since 6:10 a.m. So really good. Next, Vidika, 6:47 a.m. Very good. Bala Vinodini, very good. Jyoti Jha, Sankaran, Arun Shinde, साबिया शाहीन, रचना रानी, गर्वित राय, खुशी, प्रथा सारथी, अनुराध, अनुराध्या, गीत चौहान, and many more. Shreya, Honey, and everyone. Good morning, beta. Good morning. I think now your Geo is also working on this app and SSP portal or not? Because students were saying, and I have raised this issue to the ICE also, and they are committed me that it will be working within next 1 or 2 days. So is that working or not? Because earlier students were saying that on Geo portal it was not working. Now I think it is working properly or not. Good. So it's really exciting for me also that I'm going to start a new chapter because after teaching you for 9 lectures only on one chapter, that is accounting standard, it was really a long work and you may say we have to discuss on each every topic. We have to go for the same thing again and again. That is comparatively somehow difficult for the teacher also. But I think that now you are feeling capable that you can get good marks in your accounting standards, because accounting standards are the chapter from where we can get a bulk of marks in our exams. Yeah, it's working now. Students are saying so. It's really good. So ESOPs, a new thing and a new chapter, comparatively a new and an important chapter also we can say, because we are getting normally 5 to 10 marks paper from this particular chapter. And obviously, when we are saying 5 to 10 marks, we are thinking that it is not too much important. But I would like to assure you, if you are going to get 5 to 10 marks from a chapter which is very small chapter, you can say this chapter is not too big, and chapter is not a typical chapter. We can say it's a comparatively easy and simple chapter. I would like to do that for you so that it should be understandable and easy for you, and you can get easily good marks from this chapter. If question will come from this, you will have to go for it. Okay. So let's start with the ESOPs. What means for the ESOPs? First of all, let's understand the concept of ESOPs. Actually, what happened when companies are seeing that the performance of employees are reducing day by day due to the reason that they are once they are joining the company, they are feeling that now company is bound to keep us with them, because you may ever plan कि अगर हम एक काम को बार बार करते तो होता क्या है, we get bored. So in the same way, here the point is कि whenever a person is doing work again and again, like he's an employee in a company and he's working on that particular topic again and again, then they are not thinking for the promotion of that company. They are normally working it in a routine. Like government employees, we have seen at number of places, they are not working at that level, whatever we are expecting from them. So that same point comes in the private companies also, that their working style, their working culture is comparatively changing when they have joined the company within the period of next 6 months or 1 year or 2 years and 3 years and then 5 years. Let's it reduces, their efforts are reducing. So how to get them energetic, how to keep them that they should have to work for the promotion of the company? So that point comes to the mind of companies again and again. Finally, the point of ESOPs comes into the picture. What means for the ESOPs? Here we have seen that the companies are also suffering from the turnover also, labor turnover. That means for employees are leaving the companies and then joining some other companies. And when the experienced person leave the company and goes into other company, it's a big loss to that company. If a employee having 2 years of experience are leaving the company, obviously he will be the asset after 2 years for the company if he will work with us. But if he will leave us and join some other company, then obviously he will become asset of that company, not of us. Because when he was fresher, he come to us, we have given him the experience, and then when he left us, obviously it is a big loss for the company. So how to stop them from leaving the company and going to other companies? For that, you have to pay them good salaries, heavy salaries. Now this is not possible for a company to pay them good salary or heavy salary in comparison to the market rate. If market rate is, you may say, 50,000 per month for that employee, and we can pay them 51,000 or 52,000, it's okay. But if we have to pay him 75,000 or 70,000, it will be a big loss for the company, because in that case, 20,000 amount which we are paying in excess, that will go and reduce our profits also. That will go and convert our company into losses, because we haven't only one employee, we have number of employees with us. So this is a technical problem which comes to the organizations, that they can't pay them heavy salaries but to retain them. And even you may see nowadays startups are coming into the market. This trend has come since 5 to 7 years earlier. So startups means those which are starting their new business at bigger level, not at a normal level. They are starting their business at a bigger level, at national level, at international level, at state level, like that. Hai na? So that is a big issue. Now these startups are even not able to pay good salaries. Why? Because it's just a new setup, it's just a new working. And if they will pay good salaries, obviously company is not going to earn too much. So due to that reason, this is a big problem for these startups also. But startups are interested to retain their employees. They are interested to get the benefit of their experience. So how they can do it? For that, they will do all these problems can be sorted by a simple method, which has been named as ESOPs, Employee Stock Option Plans. In this, what is the point? We are giving to our employees means those who are working with us. So we are giving to our employees an option which will be converted into shares or cash after a certain period. For example, for example, 3 years, 5 years, like that. We tell them, if you will work with us regularly for 5 years or 3 years or 7 years, then after that particular period, you will be able to get this particular price from us. It is just like a price. Employee stock option plan is just like a price. And what is the price? It may be cash, it may be shares in that company. Cash maybe means we are giving them a written document which is named as a written document, means it will be in the form of stock options. So what it is, this stock option meant for, we have given them an option that they will be able to get 100 shares of our company after 3 years at the rate of whatever the price, whatever we are going to write here, that meant for at the rate of would like to take an example also for this. Yeah, you may say that 100 shares of our company are given to them at a price of rupees 50 per share, whereas issue price, you can say market value, of our share is rupees 100 per share. Means today our market price of our share is 100 per share. मार्केट प्राइस तो हमारी 100 रुपए पर शेयर है, बट वो 100 रुपए के बदले में हम उनको क्या दे रहे हैं, 50 रुपीज पर शेयर पे शेयर दे रहे हैं आज की डेट में. We are giving them a period also so that they can exercise their option. Means they can take this. For this, we are giving them a period also exercise that option. कि आज भी वो ले लें, इसके लिए हमने उनको period भी दे दिया. Period of 6 months की you can take it within period of 6 months. So whomsoever will take it will have to retain it for 5 years. Whomsoever will take it will have to retain it for 5 years. For next 5 years, they are not able to sell it. Here, lock-in period is there. We can say this is called lock-in period. If they're going to take it, they have to keep it with them for the fixed period. So that fixed period is the period for which a person cannot sell our shares. If he will sell our shares, if he is interested to sell the shares, obviously in that case, he will be not able to get the benefit of this 50 rupees of discount, whatever discount we have given them, because discount is given on the basis of commitment that they will retain our shares with them. They will not sell it for a particular period of 5 years. So after 5 years, they are able to sell it or convert it into cash as per their choice. With this, they will become owner of the company to some extent. Owner of company. You may see that if we are given them shares, obviously this may be in case of unlisted companies maximum, because listed companies में तो चलो ये ESOPs आपको मिलेंगे तो ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, पर ज्यादा ये केस जो आता है वो in maximum cases this is in case of unlisted companies who have not issued their share to public, so they are giving ESOPs to their employees. In this way, they are able to get finance from their employees itself, and simultaneously they are able to retain their employees by converting them into the partial owner of the company in addition to the employees, because they are the actual working persons. And if they will become owner of the companies, obviously they will work hard for the company, they will think for the company, they will plan for the profits of the company. So all that thing will be there. See, here it has been specifically mentioned what are the benefits of it. That has been written here also. If you will see here, shares and share option comprises a significant element of total remuneration package of senior personnel. Matter of good corporate governance to promote significant long-term shareholding. This is for long-term shareholding. Such plans generally take the form of ESOPs, ESOP purchase plans, one and the same thing. and stock appreciation rights. One and the same thing, not a big difference. We are discussing about ESOP specifically. Grant option for a specified period to its employees to purchase its share at a fixed or determinable price. One advantage ESOPs as a remuneration is that they need not entail any cash cost to the company. In this case, it doesn't go for any cash cost to the company. Even company is able to get amount from there. If the company's share is of rupees 100 each and company is giving them at rupees 50 per share. So company is one way company is earning that amount, and second way it is giving price to its shareholders that they are able to get the benefit of rupees 50 per share, net benefit of 50 per share. So the employees are also happy. You need not to pay them cash. ESOPs are planned under which an enterprise grant option for a specified period to its employees to purchase its share at a fixed or determinable price. Okay. There is a proper guidance note on it also, beta. इस पे guidance note भी issue हो चुका है. Already discussed regarding unlisted companies. As per ES 20, stock option granted should not be included in share outstanding till the time employees have exercised their option. Yes, it will be taken into consideration for the purpose of calculating EPS. So EPS में तो इस कैलकुलेशन में इसका यूज होगा, बट जो हम लोग नॉर्मल कैलकुलेशन करते हैं उसमें नहीं आएगा. इट शुड नॉट बी इंक्लूडेड in the shares outstanding till the time employees have exercised their right to obtain shares or stock option. जब तक वो इसको ऑप्शन को ले नहीं लेते तब तक इसको हम लोग कंसिडर नहीं करते. There are two methods of valuation of share based method. Is you may say only single method is there, fair value method or intrinsic value method, which is used. Okay. For accounting purpose, ESOPs are classified as equity settled or cash settled and plan with cash alternatives. So these are named as this. We will discuss it when we will go for the entries. Beta. What is difference between? Yes, not a big difference. Beta. Employee stock purchase plan, employee stock option plans. These are not too much different. They are comparatively same. So due to that reason, I have not gone for the detailed option discussion. जस्ट वो एक नाम दिए गए अलग अलग नाम ताकि वो थोड़ा माइनर डिफरेंसेस होते हैं. हमें थ्योरेटिकल पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए. मैं एक्चुअली इस पे टाइम वेस्ट इसलिए नहीं कर रहा बिकॉज एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जो इम्पोर्टेंट है वो हम लोग करने जा रहे हैं. रीजन इज देयर बिकॉज lecture is only one for this and we have to cover it properly in this lecture, and I think we should have to go for some examination questions also. If we will waste time on theoretical part, then obviously we will not be able to get it. Yes, you can see my previous lecture on this because in my previous lecture I have gone for the theoretical discussion at a good level. In this lecture I am trying to cover it in a practical way because lecture is also available. That lecture is in batch 5. In my batch 5 you may see those lectures. It's batch 6 now, which is running on now at time. So in batch 5, I have discussed it a lot. So let's come to the point. What is the exact system in this? There are 4 steps in it. See, here it is. First is grant of options. Second is vesting of option. Third is exercise of option. And fourth is allotment of shares. So this is a 4-step working. 4 steps का काम है बेटा ये. In this, first of all, grant of option. Company has granted the option. Company has given that option. And in that, vesting of option is compulsory. Vesting means it is to be retained for a particular period. It must be vested by him. And finally, he exercised this option after that particular period and company allowed them the shares. So this is a 4-step working. Let's discuss it in detail. Here definitions are given to you. Yes. Read these definitions. You will have to, can you share the lecture date? I don't remember exactly and rather the lecture date, but it is better you may go for the batch 5 lectures. In that you will get it. Paper 5, batch 5. सो रीड इट वंस बेटा, इसको एक बार पढ़ो आप, सारी जो मीनिंग्स दिए हुए हैं मैं इसमें आपको डिस्कस कर लेता हूँ। जस्ट रीड इट वंस। एक्सरसाइज का मीनिंग क्लियर हो गया सभी को? कोई डाउट? It means making of an application by the counterparty for issue of equity instrument against the options vested in the presence of ESOPs. मीन्स उन्होंने वो ऑप्शन को एक्सरसाइज कर लिया। जब वो काउंटर पार्टी मीन्स एम्प्लॉय, एम्प्लॉय इज द काउंटर पार्टी। जब हम शेयर को परचेज कर लेंगे उसे हम एक्सरसाइज कहेंगे। परचेज मतलब उन्होंने कमिट कर लिया कि हम एग्रीड हैं आपके साथ। शेयर ऑप्शन का मीनिंग तो सभी को क्लियर है। एक्सरसाइज पीरियड, एक्सरसाइज पीरियड का मीनिंग क्या है? इट इज द टाइम पीरियड जिसके बाद, पहले तो वेस्टिंग पीरियड हो गया, जितनी देर तक उनको वेस्ट करना है, इसको रखना है अपने पास, मतलब जितनी देर तक उन्होंने इसको सेल नहीं करना, कुछ नहीं करना, उस पर्टिकुलर वेस्टिंग पीरियड के बाद उन्होंने इसको ग्रांट डेट जिस दिन उन्होंने एलोकेट किया, जिस दिन कंपनी ने ये उनको ग्रांट करी, ईसोप्स इशू, ईसोप्स उनको मतलब एलोकेट करें। एक्सपेक्टेड लाइफ, ग्रांट डेट से लेकर डेट जिस दिन वो ऑप्शन को हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि एक्सरसाइज करेंगे लोग। 100 का शेयर यू हैव गिवन देम फॉर रुपीज, शेयर ऑफ 100 एट रुपीज 50, सो एक्सरसाइज प्राइस इज 50, fair value is 100 rupees, the price which is the market price. Remaining are simple. Coming to vest, vest means to become an entitlement, and vesting period is a period during which all the specified vesting condition of an ESOPs are to be satisfied. This is a period for which they have to retain it. So Anuradha has mentioned that this lecture, earlier lecture, was on 12th of August, beta. 12th August 2022 in the morning session of 7 a.m. The last lecture of same particular chapter was on 12th of August 2022 at 7 a.m. So reason of link ESOPs are given here. It it is also given here, which has already been discussed. So here it is given to you. There are three types of employee share-based payment plans, which has already been read by us in our first three lines. So that is given here. Equity settled, I already mentioned you that in this, enterprise receives services as a consideration for its own equity instruments. Means जो enterprise है उसको जो services मिल रही हैं वो किसके अगेंस्ट मिल रही हैं? अपने ही शेयर्स के अगेंस्ट। अपने शेयर इशू कर दिए उनको, हम लोग उनको जो पेमेंट दे रहे हैं वो बाय वे ऑफ शेयर्स दे रहे हैं। इसमें एक तरह से देखा जाए, बिकॉज हम उनको सैलरी तो कम दे रहे हैं, तो एक्स्ट्रा पेमेंट जो उनको दे रहे हैं वो शेयर्स के रूप में दे रहे हैं। इन दिस वी आर गिविंग देम एन ऑप्शन कि आप लोग ये कर सकते हैं कि आप लोगों को हम जो हमारी इक्विटी शेयर्स की वैल्यू होगी उसके बराबर कैश दे देंगे आफ्टर ए सर्टेन पीरियड। ऑब्वियसली हमने उनको कैश सेटल्ड तब मानना है जब हम लोग उनको ये ऑप्शन देते हैं कि आप शेयर्स के बदले में हमारा कैश भी ले सकते, हमसे कैश भी ले सकते हो या कोई और एसेट ले सकते हो, कैश या एनीथिंग एल्स। तो ऐसा कुछ अगर है तो बेटा एंजल, आई विल डिस्कस in interesting value within next 2 or 3 minutes. You need not to worry because these are all practical things. We will discuss it. I'm just linking that so that we can not waste our time. Okay. Employee share based payment plan with cash alternative. In this they have an option. ऊपर तो ये था कि इसमें सिर्फ कैश मिलेगा उनको। मीन्स अगर उनके मैंने उनको 100 शेयर्स दिए हैं, इसमें सिंपल एग्जांपल है। इसमें फर्स्ट केस में क्या एग्जांपल है? 100 शेयर्स आर अलॉटेड टू देम at the rate of 50 per share where the market price is 100. So here equity shares are given which have been received by them after 2 years. So they must have to keep it with them for 2 years. In this case, they will be given cash equivalent to 100 shares at market value. After a certain period of 2 years or 3 years, if they will retain work with the company for the regular period of 2 years or 3 years, they will get benefit by way of cash. But that cash will be given on the basis of market value of shares, so that they will work hard to increase the market value. अगर मैं आपको ये कह दूं कि आपको 2 years के बाद हमारी कंपनी के जो शेयर्स का मार्केट प्राइस होगा उसके ऊपर 100 शेयर्स के बराबर पेमेंट दी जाएगी। मीन्स अगर हमारी मार्केट प्राइस कंपनी की होगी 50 रुपीज तो यू विल गेट 5,000। अगर हमारी मार्केट वैल्यू कंपनी की होगी 60 रुपीज तो यू विल गेट 6,000। तो ऑब्वियसली आप क्या करोगे? आप मेरी मार्केट प्राइस बढ़ाने में हेल्प करोगे मुझे। सो आई विल गिव यू कैश, नो प्रॉब्लम, आई एम नॉट गिविंग यू द शेयर्स इवन। तो इन दिस केस कैश सेटल्ड पॉइंट इज देयर। जब हम लोग उनको ये कहते हैं कि आपको हमारी कंपनी की जो वर्थ होगी शेयर्स की 100 शेयर्स की उसके बराबर हम आपको कैश दे देंगे। एंड थर्ड इज हियर वी आर गिविंग देम ऑप्शन that they may get equity shares after the certain period or they may get cash equivalent to that as per their choice, as per the choice of our employees. So 3 options are there. Not a big difference, I already discussed you. This doesn't make any problem for us. One and the same thing, because journal entry is just minor different. When we will give them the cash, the entry will be to bank, and when we will give them the shares, it will be share capital. So that is a minor difference, nothing else. Here they have to hold shares for a particular period. Yes, exactly, Aslam. Can ESOPs affect remuneration of employees? Obviously, if you are giving ESOPs to the employees, beta kyun de rahe ho? So that you may give them less shares, less salaries, or it will be given so that they will work hard for the company. In that case, we may give them good salaries also. Simultaneously, we may give them ESOPs also. This is depending upon the financial condition of the company. If the financial condition of the company is good, then obviously company will give them good salaries also. And to retain the employees, like Google is paying earlier, hai na? Or Microsoft is paying, or this Infosys is paying in India, or even in our Punjab, we are talking about Trident, who is paying good salaries. Shreyans is giving good salaries in Punjab. So all that depend upon the company. I am not speaking, Sharon, anything in Hindi which I am not translating into English, so you need not to worry. Those who are unable to understand Hindi need not to worry, because I am speaking everything in English only, then translating it into Hindi. Aslam, we have to give them only and only lower than the market value. Price must be lower than the market value. That we have to check it out now. Only then we will give them. even in that case, they will take it. Otherwise, they will not take it. It is mandatory that the company assigns some lock-in period. It depends upon company that they are interested to go for a lock-in period. If they are not interested to go for a lock-in period, in that case, it will be of some different sense. Okay. So this is for the purpose of retaining the employees. So due to that reason here, we are going for these type of lock-in periods. So now coming to the accounting procedure. You may just read it once at your home. I'm coming to the part of journal entries now, because we will get practical question from this chapter. If you will see the previous examinations, we already get practical questions of 5 marks to 10 marks from this chapter. So I'm discussing with you illustration number 1 so that you can understand the concept also. A company has its share capital divided into shares of rupees 10 each. Okay. So this is the current share capital of the company. On 1st April, we have granted 10,000 employees stock option plan at 40 when the market price was 130. So this is named as the exercise price. And this is named as the fair value. So here exercise price is rupees 40 per share. Fair value is rupees 130 per share beta. Market price is also named as the fair value, but what is the fair value of option? So you will write here fair value, not the fair value. You may write here market price. Okay. So fair value of option meant for what? Fair value of option. This meant for always this meant for MT market price minus EP exercise price, that is 130 minus 40. 130 minus 40, it is 90 per share. The options were to be exercised between 15th of March 2012 to 31st of March 2012. Beta, देखो ध्यान से, you must have to see here, on 1st of April 2011, we have given them this option, which is to be exercised after a period of approximately 1 year. Approximately 1 year, if you will see. On 1st April, we have given them the option, but this option were to be exercised from 15th of March 2012 to 31st of March 2012. So we have given them a certain period. This is called exercise period. So this is given here that 9,500 shares have opted for these options out of this 10,000. We have given them 10,000, but only 9,500 has exercised this option. Our working will start when the shares, when the options will be exercised by them, when they will exercise the option. Until the option is not exercised, we will not pass any journal entry. Means till 15th of March, there will not be any entry. The entries will start from 15th of March to 31st of March. That is obviously on 31st of March, we will pass entry, because only on that date, it is confirmed that 9,500 share, 9,500 options are exercised by these implies. Before that, there's no such. Even one more thing, this fair value is also named as intrinsic value, beta. Intrinsic value or fair value are one and the same thing. This is the difference between market price and the exercise price. You may note it down with you. बेटा लिख लो अपने पास. Yet vesting period concept I have not discussed with you. That will be discussed within next 1 or 2 minutes. So let's understand the entries now. In this case, entries will be very simple. But I would like to discuss with that first so that you can note it down. Let's start with that. First of all, here you should have to understand this thing that we are going to suffer a loss in this case. Beta, इसमें हमें एक loss होने जा रहा है. And what is that loss? That loss is the 90 rupees per share, which you have seen that because the share is of rupees 130 in the market. Here you have seen that the market price is 130, whereas we are issuing them exercise prices only rupees 40 per share. So we are going to suffer a loss of rupees 90 in this case. So this loss is named as employee compensation expense. बेटा इसका नाम होता है employee compensation expense. So the entry which will be recorded first when this option will be given to the shareholders and they have exercised it, in that case we are going to suffer a loss first of all when this is allotted, when this is this option is given. Then entry will be when first entry when option is given, then whatever loss, that is market value minus exercise price, will be named as employee compensation expense. Hence debited to this account. Okay, so it will be debited to this account. And the entry will be employee compensation expense debit to employee stock option outstanding. Now you may note in detail so that you must not be confused later on. Account. We will discuss it in detail also. First, you may note it down. Next entry. Employee, it will be profit or loss account debit. Here it will be written off. Profit or loss account debit to employees compensation expense account. I would like to take an example and then let you understand after writing down the journal entries. You may first note down the journal entries, then we will come to the example. Okay. Now, one thing is very important that this employee stock option outstanding count, you may note it down with you. Employee stock option outstanding account will be shown in liability side. So it will be shown in liability side. Until option is not exercised. So when option is exercised, then what will be the entry? Then the entry is bank account debit employee stock option outstanding account debit to share capital to security premium account. When option is not exercised within the time, then after expiry of time will pass an entry. Entry is very simple. Employee stock option, outstanding account debit to general reserve. Read it once. एक बार पढ़ लो आप illustration number 2. Now let's understand this. He says ABC Limited. You may see the illustration also. Illustration number 2 I have already discussed with you, which I am going to discuss with you. ABC Limited grant 1,000 employees stock options on 1st of April at rupees 40 per share. So this what it is? What is the 40 rupees? What is this price? ये price कौन सा है? 40 rupees. I'm going to give you the answer of each and every questions. A few queries has come to me, which will be discussed in this question, and you will understand that beta. Actually, this is a new thing, so I have not taken it in that sense. I have taken it in a very simple and easy sense. Beta, 40 rupees is which price? And what is 160 that is given to you? What is the fair value of option that is also given to you? 40 rupees is exercise price. इस case में जो 40 rupees है, that is exercise price. 160 market price and 120 is the 160 minus 40, that is 120. It is intrinsic value or the fair value. Now the important thing is that vesting period is 2.5 years and the maximum exercise period is 1 year. So what is the vesting period? That is the period within which this particular option will be retained by them. ये option उनको retain करनी है, ये option उनको मतलब इसको वो sale नहीं कर सकते. My point is clear कि ये sale नहीं हो सकता जब तक वो इसको acquire नहीं कर ले, मतलब इसको acquire करने के बाद 2.5 years उन्होंने इसको अपने पास रखना है. Okay, so what is interested to say? Maximum exercise period is 1 year. 300 unvested options lapsed on lapsed on 1st of May 2012. So this is about 300 unvested options. He says 300 options were lapsed. तो ये 300 options बीच में रास्ते में lapse होगी, मीन्स उन लोगों ने हमारी कंडीशन को फुलफिल नहीं करा, वो हमें छोड़ के चले गए. 600 options are exercised on 30th of June. 600 options उन्होंने एक्सरसाइज करी है 30th जून को, मींस उन्होंने इसको इनकैश करवाया. 100 वेस्टेड ऑप्शंस लैप्स्ड एट द एंड ऑफ द एक्सरसाइज पीरियड. एक बार दोबारा से इस क्वेश्चन को आराम से पढ़ो, फिर मैं आपको समझाता हूं. Let's understand the concept of this question first. In this, you will understand the complete chapter of ESOP. बड़े ध्यान से समझना है मेरी बात को, और जो मैं कहूंगा उसको नोट डाउन कर लो, चाहे ना नोट डाउन करो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है अभी के लिए। वो पहले मैं यहाँ पर समझाता हूँ, फिर आपने नोट डाउन करना है अगर करना भी हो तो। अभी मेरी बात के साथ साथ आपने नोट डाउन कुछ नहीं करना, अभी आपने सिर्फ समझना। लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड इट फर्स्ट एंड देन नोट इट डाउन, डोंट नोट डाउन एनीथिंग। What happened? Myself ABC Limited. Here I am the ABC Limited. I have granted 1,000 ESOPs on 1st of April beta at rupees 40 and given them a time period of 1 year to exercise this option. What it meant for? On 1st of April 2010, I tell them that you may get 1,000 options, ESOPs we can say, ESOPs of my company at the rate of 40 per share. Now, to decide whether they are interested to take it or not, to decide, we have given them a 1 year period. 1 year period is given to decide that. Means up to 31st of March 2011, they have to decide it, beta, first of all, whether they are interested to take it or not. पहले तो उनको मैंने 1 साल का पीरियड दे दिया कि आप लोग जाओ डिसाइड करो पहले कि आपने लेना है कि नहीं लेना है। This is called exercise period. So this is just a vocal thing. I have just announced it. This is an announcement. So no recording is made for announcement. This is just an announcement. And up to 31st of March, we can't pass any entry. But on 31st of March, if we are not clear that how many will take it, we will assume all will exercise it. If nothing is mentioned. So here, see it is on up to 31st of March, no information is given to us because 1 year period is there ना बेटा, 1 साल का पीरियड है, और ये 1 साल का जो पीरियड मुझे दिया गया है इसमें कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. No information is given regarding this period. So I will assume that all will exercise this option, but they will not have to make any payment. No payment on 31st of March 2011. 31st March 2011 तक उनको हमें कोई पेमेंट नहीं करनी. ओके, जब वो ये ऑप्ट करेंगे, they may opt it. Now I am giving 1,000 ESOPs. Now there may be a chance कि वो कभी भी इसको एक्सेप्ट करते जाएं ड्यूरिंग द ईयर. पूरा इस 1 ईयर के पीरियड में किसी ने तो 1st अप्रैल को मैंने अनाउंस करा, he has opted for this option on 1st of May 2010 itself. ये सर ओके है, I am interested to take it. There's no problem. और किसी ने हो सकता है कि ये 1st of October को करा हो. Yes sir, I am interested to take it. But there may be a chance who have gone for 31st of March 2011. पता नहीं कौन कब कर रहा है, ये हमें नहीं पता. We doesn't know who has done it on which date. That is not clear. So once they will do it, they will have to go for a vesting period of 2.5 years from that date. So that is the 2.5 year period. तो 2.5 साल के पीरियड के बाद हमें the maximum exercise period is 1 year. So what you have to do is, हमारे पास बड़ा सिंपल सा कंसेप्ट होता है. First of all, what you have to do is that we have to understand the date until which they have to exercise this option. So they have to exercise this option up to 31st of March 2021. So as on this date, you will have to pass an entry in your books of accounts by assuming that this much number of persons will take it. This much number of persons will take it. Now, because there is a vesting period, they will not purchase it now. They will purchase it after a certain period of 2.5 years. And that is all again their option, that they are interested to make this payment. Now the payment, whenever they will take it, they will have to make a payment of 40 per share only, and they will get benefit of 120. This is very much sure to us. Now here company is going to lose 120 rupees per share whenever they will take it. जब भी वो टेक ओवर करेंगे, कंपनी को 120 रुपए का लॉस तो होने वाला है. Now first of all understand the entry for this. Now here 1,000 is the ESOPs into 120, this is 1,20,000. This is the total loss expected by the company. Now this loss is to be written off during the vesting period. How much is the vesting period? Written off in 2.5 years. This loss is to be written off within the period of 2.5 years. तो सर 2.5 सालों में राइट ऑफ करना है आपने. Once the option will be exercised from that date. So it means for जो vesting period है, vesting period start from 1st of April 2011 to 30th of September 2013, 2.5 years. Is that clear to everyone? 2.5 years आप देख लो. पहले तो एक्सरसाइज पीरियड है हमारा, वो मैंने ऑलरेडी बता दिया आपको. वो क्या है? 1st of April 2010 से लेकर 31st of March 2011. After then vesting period will start. That will be of 2.5 years. So loss will be written off in 2.5 years, that is in the vesting period. So it means for whenever we have to write off the loss, we have to write off the loss in 2001 to 2011 to 2012 for 1 year, then 2012 to 2013 for 1 year, and 2013 to 30th September 2013 for 6 months. Means this loss is to be written off from 1st of April 2011 to 30th of September 2013. And the loss is 1,20,000. But we have to write off the loss according to the accounting period. Now it means for there are 3 accounting periods in it. First of all, the accounting period of 11-12 is there. Then accounting period of 12-13 is there. Then accounting period of 1st of April 2013 to 30th of September 2013 is there. Now 1,20,000 is the total loss, which is to be written off in 2.5 years. So this means for 48,000 will be written off in this year, 48,000 in this year, and 24,000 in this year. Am I clear? We will divide it. 48,000 per annum is to be written off. Written off vesting period means lock-in period. Note it down first of all. Trying to let you understand very slowly. Okay. Now entry will be passed on 31st of March 2011 first. minor change is there. I have let you understand, but while writing, maybe I have made a minor error that I have to rectify. This was the problem. Due to that reason, we are suffering. Mhm. So when company has given this share, just wait, minor wait. So whenever company has given a stock option, announced stock option, write it down with you. Now write down with you. Whenever company announced a stock option, from that date, vesting period will start. That is 1st of April 2010 to 2.5 years in the given case. That is 1st of April 2010 to whatever you have noted down, please scrap it because I have already mentioned you don't note it down. वो थोड़ा सा उसमें ऊपर नीचे हो रहा था, तो अब दोबारा नोट डाउन करना यहाँ से. ओके, सो दिस इज द वेस्टिंग पीरियड. व्हाट इज द वेस्टिंग पीरियड? क्या होता है वेस्टिंग पीरियड? कंपनी ने जिस दिन अनाउंस करा उस दिन से वेस्टिंग पीरियड स्टार्ट होगा. देयर वाज अ माइनर एरर फ्रॉम माय साइड. मेरी तरफ से थोड़ी सी एरर हो गई थी. मैंने जो आपको बताया था उसमें गलती हुई थी कि जो वेस्टिंग पीरियड है वो कब से स्टार्ट होगा? जिस दिन कंपनी ने अनाउंस किया. बिकॉज कंपनी ने अनाउंस कर दिया तो उस केस में उनको मिल तो गया सभी को. परचेज उन्होंने करना नहीं किसी ने. अभी परचेज नहीं करना. अभी उनको हमने दे दिया. जैसे मेरे पास एक आई एम एबीसी लिमिटेड. अब मेरे पास इंप्लाई काम कर रहे हैं 50. तो मैंने उनको 1000 शेयर एलोकेट कर दिए. मैंने कहा भैया 1000 शेयर तुम्हें मिल रहे हैं आज से, मैं दे रहा हूँ. 40 रुपीज में शेयर दे रहा हूँ जो कि 160 का है. 160 का शेयर मैं आपको 40 रुपीज में दे रहा हूँ जो कि आपने अभी परचेज नहीं करना. मैंने आपको दे दिया. अभी आपको परचेज नहीं करना, मुझे पेमेंट नहीं देनी, आपने कोई पैसे नहीं देने मुझे. शेयर आपके हो गए. शेयर आपके हो गए. बट आपके लिए एक कंडीशन है कि आपको मेरी कंपनी में 2.5 years तक काम करना है और उसके बाद आपने ये पेमेंट देनी है मुझे. और पेमेंट देने के लिए मैं आपको 1 year दूंगा उसके बाद पेमेंट देने के लिए भी, ताकि आप मेरे पास 3.5 years तक तो लगभग रिटेन हो जाओ. 2.5 year तो लॉक इन पीरियड हो गया मेरा, जिसमें आपको मेरे पास रहना ही रहना है. अगर आप रहोगे तभी आपको ये शेयर मिलने वाले हैं, अदरवाइज ये शेयर नहीं मिलने वाले आपको. अगर आप 2.5 year से पहले कभी भी छोड़ के चले गए तो मैं उस केस में आपको एक भी शेयर नहीं देने वाला. और अगर आप 2.5 years तक मेरे पास काम करोगे तो उसके बाद आपको ये मुझे पेमेंट देनी है 40 रुपीज पर शेयर और शेयर ले लेने हैं. और उसको देने के लिए मैंने आपको 1 साल का पीरियड दे दिया. वो मेरा एक्सरसाइज पीरियड है कि आपने अपनी ऑप्शन को एक्सरसाइज करना है. मीन्स आपने ऑप्शन को परचेज कर लेना है. थोड़ा सा इसमें एरर ये थी कि मैंने रिवर्स कहा था, तो यहां मिस्टेक थी मेरी तरफ से, तो थोड़ा सा उसको ठीक कर लेना. When announcement is made, vesting period will start. And then when vesting period will end, so after vesting period, after completion of vesting period, employees may purchase shares by making payment. During exercise period. That is 1 year from 1st of April first of October, sorry, 1st of October 2012 to 30th of September 2013. So they have to make payment during this period. We will get payments during this period. Please note it down first, then let's understand in Hindi, in English. Basically, what happens, ABC Limited is a company who is going to issue its shares to the employees by way of stock option plans. Now, the stock option plan date will be understood by you. First of all, there will be a lock-in period. When the announcement is made, from that date, the employees are eligible to get the shares. There's no problem, but they will be given shares only and only if they will work with us for a lock-in period of 2.5 years. That is the vesting period, which will be starting from the date of announcement to the date when the vesting period is over. So this vesting period is 2.5 years. So I have assumed that same illustration number 2 will be used for letting you understand. So I have started the date of 1st of April 2010 to 2.5 years, that is 30th of September. So this is a vesting period, beta. During this period, they will not make any payment to us. This is a period during which we will suffer. We have to, you may say, get them locked with us. That they will have to remain with us. They have to vest with us. They have to work with us. After the vesting period, after the expiry of vesting period, after the completion of vesting period, these people will have to go for purchase of these ESOPs. Now, when they will go for purchasing these ESOPs, they will be given 1 year period. So that 1 year period is called exercise period, which will start after the completion of this period, that is 30th of September 2012. From that date, 1st of October 2012 to 30th of September 2013, they have complete 1 year to exercise this option to purchase those shares. Is that clear? No, they will not able to get shares during vesting period. It is not possible. It is also possible that the time of exercise of ESOP market. Yes, it may be there that at the time when this exercise is made by them, the market price raises. Then that loss will be accounted for or not? No, that loss will not be accounted for. Can employees are eligible to get dividend investing period? No, they will not be able to get eligible. They will not be able to get dividend on this vesting period because shares are not yet allotted to them. Shares are just shown as ESOPs in our books of accounts. They will not be shown as equity shares. Okay, so they will be converted into equity share only after the expiry of the vesting period. Can employees purchase shares during vesting period? No. Okay. If market price of the shares will not be same for whole year and employees are not exercising option on same day, then how will they record the loss? That I will discuss. I think this is all clear, whatever I have discussed till now. Now, the total loss. So here there is a change. So this loss will be written off during vesting period of 2.5 years. So this is a 2.5 year period, and we have to write off this loss because we have given them ESOPs. So if ESOPs are already given, payment is not received, but we have shown it in our books of accounts as ESOPs. In that case, obviously, these ESOPs will be, whatever the loss is there, that is to be written off. So this loss will be written off within the period of 2.5 years. So 48,000 per annum from 2010-11. First of all, pass these entries. Entry will be same for everyone. Employee, stock compensation expense account debit to employee stock option outstanding amount with rupees 48,000 in first year, 48,000 in second year, and 24,000 in third year. And the amount will be written off to P&L account simultaneously. Profit loss account debit to see, it is given in your module also. Vesting period is there so that they will be locked, they will work with us for that period. Otherwise, they will leave the company. If we will allot them the shares, they will leave the company. So if shares are not allotted, they become greedy for that they will get the benefit after the period of 2.5 years, that they will get a share of rupees 116 rupees 40 only. So there will be this advantage is given to them. So obviously a person will have to, if they will have to get the benefit, they will keep working with us. In first 2.5 years, no other entry will be made except these three. If we will assume that all these person will remain with us. अभी इसमें थोड़ी सी चेंजेस करेंगे अगले क्वेश्चंस में, बट अभी के लिए इतना ही. So see these three entries. So these entries will be passed on which date? I think this is all clear. So these entries will be passed on 1st of April 2011. Oh, sorry. These entries will be passed on 31st of March 2011, 31st of March 2012. And after then what do we have to do? Obviously on 30th of September 2012. So there are three entries which are to be passed. Let's pass it in a proper way. On 31st of March 2011, we will pass an entry, employee compensation expense debit to employee stock option outstanding account, 48,000. Then on 31st of March 2012, we will pass same entry, employee compensation expense account debit to employee stock option outstanding, 48,000. Sorry. Hare Ram. It is a new chapter for you, and minor working is to be done. Profit loss account debit to employee compensation expense to be written off. So this is the first entry, this is the second entry, this is the third entry, this is the fourth entry which we have passed. Now when we are going for the next year, what will happen? In the next year, we all know that on 30th of September 2012, this is very much clear that remaining 24th one is to be written off. So in 2012, 13, we have to write off how much? We have to write off 24th. And this is clear to everyone. So, but I am not passing the entry. Just wait. Why? This minor change, which you have to keep into this until this point is clear. $300 unvested options lapsed on 1st of May 2012. Read this line. 300 unvested option lapsed on 1st of May 2012. So in 12-13, a minor change is there. Few employees left our companies. Few employees have left our company. They have left the company. So if they will left the company, obviously in that case, their option will be lapsed. We are not going to give them the benefit of these options. This is very much clear to everyone. अगर कुछ एम्प्लॉइज हमें छोड़ जाएंगे तो उनको तो ये बेनिफिट नहीं मिलेगा कब 30 सितंबर से पहले. तो हमारे 1 मई 2012 को 300 ऑप्शंस जिनको मिलनी थी वो एम्प्लॉइज हमें छोड़ के चले गए. तो ये लॉस जो है अब हमें नहीं होगा, इसको हमें रिवर्स कर देना है. अब ये अमाउंट का हमारा जो लॉस है ये हमारा नहीं होने वाला, ये हमें लॉस हम लोग राइट ऑफ कर देंगे. अभी तक हम लॉस ही तो राइट ऑफ कर रहे थे, बट वी आर जस्ट राइटिंग ऑफ द लॉस. We are just creating this is just creating a reserve, we can say, by writing it to an expense account, and we are then writing off that expense account to P&L account. हम लोग एक expenses को books में create करके उस expense को खत्म कर रहे थे. हम ये देख रहे थे कि हमारे पास देखो 1,20,000 हमें अपनी तरफ से एक्स्ट्रा पे करना है, बिकॉज 1,000 स्टॉक ऑप्शंस वैसे तो हमारे शेयर्स बनते हैं 1,60,000 के, बट हम उन्हें कितने में इशू करेंगे? 40,000 में. कब इशू करेंगे? अब से 2.5 years के बाद. तो हमें कितने का लॉस होगा बेटा? 120 का. तो हम लोग ये माइंड में आ रहा था कि यार 1,20,000 का लॉस होने जा रहा है, तो इसको धीरे धीरे हम राइट ऑफ कर दें. तो इसको हमने 48,000 करके एक तरफ से लॉस को राइट ऑफ किया, दूसरी तरफ से लॉस को राइट ऑफ कैसे किया हमने? पहले उसको एक्सपेंस अकाउंट को डेबिट किया जैसे हम आगे करते हैं, फिर हमने उस एक्सपेंस को प्रॉफिट लॉस को डेबिट करके राइट ऑफ कर दिया, और साइमल्टेनियसली हमने एक लाइबिलिटी क्रिएट कर ली अपनी कि हमने वो लॉस बाद में अपनी जेब में से डालना है, तो अपनी पॉकेट में से हमने उसे बेयर करना है. तो इसीलिए उस लॉस को पॉकेट में से बेयर करने के लिए हमने एक अपने बुक्स में एक आउटस्टैंडिंग के नाम से लाइबिलिटी क्रिएट कर ली, ये वाली एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक ऑप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग. तो इस अकाउंट में क्रेडिट करते जा रहे हैं. तो ये हम रख रहे हैं अपने पास संभाल के लाइबिलिटी को, कि ये बाद में हमने इस लाइबिलिटी को यूज करना है. रिजर्व कह सकते हो इसे, लाइबिलिटी नहीं कह सकते, इसको रिजर्व कह सकते हैं. इसे रिजर्व के रूप में हम रख रहे हैं कि हाँ जी भी ये रिजर्व को हम यूटिलाइज कर लेंगे बाद में जब हमने ये शेयर्स को इशू करना है. बिकॉज जब शेयर इशू होंगे तब हम शेयर्स को तो इशू करेंगे 160 का ही. शेयर तो 160 का है, किताबों में 160 का इशू होगा, लेकिन 120 का जो लॉस हम लोग बेयर करेंगे वो अपनी जेब से करेंगे. उसके लिए हम लोगों ने एक एम्प्लॉइज के लिए रिजर्व क्रिएट कर लिया, एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक ऑप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग अकाउंट. तो जो रिजर्व हमने क्रिएट किया उस रिजर्व को हम लोग यूटिलाइज करने के लिए रख रहे हैं. अब हमें पता लगा कि नहीं हमारे तो कुछ एम्प्लॉइज हमें छोड़ के चले गए. अगर एम्प्लॉइज छोड़ के चले गए तो हमें फिर ये रिजर्व की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. हमने रिजर्व क्रिएट किया था उन्हीं के बेनिफिट के लिए, तो हम ये रिजर्व को रिवर्स कर देंगे. रिवर्स दी रिजर्व. इस रिजर्व को हमें चाहिए ही नहीं है. कितने छोड़ के चले गए? हमें 300 छोड़ के चले गए. जो 300 हमें छोड़ के चले गए उनका रिजर्व हम क्या करेंगे? हमें रिजर्व चाहिए ही नहीं है, क्योंकि हमने रिजर्व क्रिएट किया था 1,20,000 का. कितने एम्प्लॉइज के लिए क्रिएट किया था? 1,000 के लिए. 1,000 ESOPs पे क्रिएट किया था. 300 के लिए कितना होगा? 120 into 3, 36,000. तो 36,000 का जो है हमारा रिजर्व जो है वो रिवर्स कर देना है. रिवर्स करने की एंट्री क्या है, बड़ी सिंपल है, एम्प्लॉय स्टॉक ऑप्शन, इसका क्रेडिट बैलेंस था आउटस्टैंडिंग का, इसको डेबिट करेंगे हम लोग, डेबिट टू, हमने राइट ऑफ किस में किया था, पी एंड एल अकाउंट में, और हमें पता है कि पी एंड एल अकाउंट में हम लोग राइट ऑफ तो कर सकते हैं, बट हमें जब प्रॉफिट को ट्रांसफर करना होता है तो हमारे लिए जनरल रिजर्व यूज होता है, तो हम लोग इसको जनरल रिजर्व में वापस भेज देंगे, बिकॉज ये हमारा प्रॉफिट हो गया है, एंड प्रॉफिट, रेवेन्यू प्रॉफिट विल गो टू, जो हमारा रेवेन्यू प्रॉफिट है, बिकॉज हमने इसे रेवेन्यू लॉस में से राइट ऑफ किया हुआ है, हमने प्रॉफिट लॉस में से राइट ऑफ किया हुआ है, तो उसको हम जनरल रिजर्व में ट्रांसफर कर देंगे, इस 36,000 रुपीज को वापिस कर देंगे। दोबारा से समझो एक बार, देखो बड़ा ही सिंपल चैप्टर है, सिर्फ ध्यान से करने वाली बात है, आपको थोड़ा माइंड को यूटिलाइज करना है, आपके ना माइंड की प्रैक्टिस हो रही है, और कुछ भी नहीं हो रहा, वी आर जस्ट प्रैक्टिसिंग इन योर माइंड, बेसिकली व्हेन दिस loss has been written off. Why it has been written off? Because we are interested to create a reserve for that amount which we have to pay in future. See, here it is, let's understand it once again. When we have passed this entry, employee composition expense account, it is just like salaries account, it is just like rent account, it's a simple expense account. So while making payment of expense, but we are doing expense account debit to outstanding expense. Okay, this is the one entry which we are passing, like salary account debit to outstanding salary account. This is the entry which we are passing in routine at the end of the year. Simultaneously, we are passing another entry, profit or loss account debit to salary, so that this salary account is to be written off to P&L account. And this outstanding expense will go to your balance sheet beta as a liability. That's it, that we are doing. Here, this is the same thing, employee compensation expense account debit. This is a expense account which has been debited, just like a salary account. To employee stock option outstanding is this like outstanding salary account. So two outstanding salary account is created. Now this is written off immediately to profit or loss account, profit or loss to employee compensation expense account, and this will go to your liability side, that we are doing. Now, if any expense is reversed, that is, we have created a salary to outstanding salary account, but later on, after a few years, that salary is not paid, instead it is reversed. So what it will become? It will become an income. So it will be credited to our income. And what is the income account? That is always general reserve, because we are not creating it to profit or loss account. So general reserve is the right thing. And outstanding account will be debited because it is to be written off. So outstanding account will be debited to reverse it, to cancel it, and the profit will go to general reserve. So outstanding account debit to P&L account or general reserve account, one and the same thing, because both are revenue reserves. Because profit or loss account depends upon that particular year. If we will adjust it in this year, it will be adjusted to current year, whereas it belongs to our previous year. We have written off it in previous years. So previous year profits are lying with us in the form of general reserve, because all profits are transferred to general reserve. Due to that reason, it is to be written off. It is to be reversed in general reserve account. Clear? Is that clear? Now 36,000 is to be reversed. 12,000 is to be created for the current year. You may see here it is, because already we have discussed 24,000. Sorry, 24,000 is to be created for the current year. See, 36,000 is to be reversed. We know it very well, enough. And simultaneously, current year, how much is to be created? 24,000, because current year हमारा loss कितना written off होना था? Loss written off in 12/13. So net how much is to be reversed? So net reversal will be of 12,000 only. नेट रिवर्सल इज ऑफ 12,000। मैंने ना इसको स्टेप्स में समझाया, मैंने इसको ना क्लब नहीं करा। एक्चुअली जो मॉड्यूल में है वो क्लबिंग की हुई है, क्लबिंग से डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है। कोई इतनी मुश्किल बात नहीं है, इसको एक बार दोबारा से शुरू से समझ लेते हैं अभी तक का, क्योंकि पूरा चैप्टर इसी पे डिपेंड कर रहा है। तो इसलिए मैं इसको आराम से इस क्वेश्चन को एक एग्जांपल की तरह लेके चल रहा हूँ, इसी के बेस पर सारा कुछ समझा रहा हूँ। इस क्वेश्चन में क्या हुआ है कि बेटा 1 अप्रैल 2010 को हमने 2.5 ईयर के वेस्टिंग पीरियड के साथ 1,20,000 का लॉस राइट ऑफ करना है। तो वो हमें समझ लग गया कि लॉस को राइट ऑफ करने के लिए मेरे पास पीरियड कब तक है, 30 सितंबर 2012 तक का। तो इसमें मैंने पहले इस लॉस को राइट ऑफ करने के लिए फर्स्ट ईयर, देन सेकेंड ईयर, देन मेरे पास थर्ड ईयर है, थर्ड हाफ ईयर है मेरे पास, ठीक है, जिसमें मैंने राइट ऑफ करना था। तो मैंने क्या किया, 1,20,000 का इसको 2.5 से डिवाइड करा और 48,000 मैंने राइट ऑफ कर दिए फर्स्ट ईयर में। नेक्स्ट 48,000 नेक्स्ट ईयर में राइट ऑफ कर दिए, बिकॉज कोई प्रॉब्लम आई नहीं। थर्ड ईयर में थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम आ गई जो मेरा ऑलरेडी मैंने दिया हुआ था राइट, उसमें से कुछ लोग हमें छोड़ के चले गए। तो इसके लिए तो 2 एंट्रीज आपको समझ लग गई, 2 एंट्रीज आर देयर। इसकी भी 2 एंट्रीज है, मुझे लगता है समझ लग गई सभी बच्चों को। थर्ड ईयर में क्या हुआ, थर्ड ईयर में मुझे 24,000 राइट ऑफ करना था, ये तो मुझे क्लियर ही है, बिकॉज इसमें मुझे हाफ ईयर का क्लियर डालना है, इसमें फुल फुल ईयर का डालना है, इसमें 1 ईयर का करना है राइट ऑफ, इसमें 1 ईयर का करना है, इसमें 6 मंथ्स का राइट ऑफ करना है। ओके है ना ये तो। अब मुझे इसमें रिवर्सल भी करना पड़ रहा है। रिवर्सल कितने का करना है, मैंने 1,20,000 का लॉस सफर करा है, 1,000 इम्प्लाइज 1,000 स्टॉक ऑप्शंस के लिए, 300 के लिए मेरा कितने का लॉस रिवर्सल होगा, 300 के लिए मेरा लॉस रिवर्सल होगा 36,000 का। सो ये रिवर्सल है, ये लॉस राइट ऑफ नहीं करना, ये लॉस को रिवर्स करना है मैंने। बड़ा ही सिंपल कर दिया मैंने इसको। अब तो आप लोगों के लिए कोई मुश्किल है ही नहीं इसमें। तो मैंने 48,000 की 2 एंट्रीज डाल दी, 48 की 2 डाल दी। यहां पर मैं एंट्रीज कितनी डालूंगा, यहां पर भी मुझे 2 एंट्रीज डालनी थी, बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है, इसकी 2 एंट्रीज आनी है मेरी और रिवर्सल की भी एक एंट्री आनी है। तो इन एंट्रीज को मैं मर्ज कर रहा हूं और कुछ नहीं कर रहा। आप ध्यान से देखो, अगर मैं इसकी 2 एंट्रीज डाल लूं, इसकी एक एंट्री डालूं, तो बात तो वहीं पर है। तो हम लोगों ने क्या किया, 36,000 का हम लोगों ने रिजर्व भी क्रिएट करना है, 36,000 का रिवर्सल करना है और 24,000 का क्रिएट करना है। तो ये आपस में ही कॉन्ट्रा हो जाएगा ना, एडजस्टमेंट हो जाएगी 12,000 की। तो नेट रिवर्सल मैं कर देता हूँ इसमें। उसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है आपको, आप चाहो तो 2 एंट्रीज की पहले डाल लो, उसके बाद एक एंट्री रिवर्सल की 36 की डाल लो, तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। मीन्स हम लोग ऐसे कर सकते हैं, अगर आपको मुश्किल लग रहा हो ना, तो मैं ये कर सकता हूँ। थर्ड ईयर में 2012-13 में मैं आपकी हेल्प कर सकता हूँ। इम्प्लॉई कंपनसेशन एक्सपेंस डेबिट 24,000 टू इम्प्लॉई स्टॉक ऑप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग 24,000, देन प्रॉफिट लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट टू इम्प्लॉई कंपनसेशन एक्सपेंस अकाउंट 24,000। पहले मैं ये 2 एंट्रीज डाल दूं, उसके बाद डाल दूं इम्प्लॉई कंपनसेशन, सॉरी, इम्प्लॉई स्टॉक ऑप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग डेबिट टू जनरल रिजर्व। तो फिर आपका ना बाकियों के साथ थोड़ा डिफरेंट हो जाएगा, जो लोग बाकी कर रहे हैं बुक्स में जो किया होगा वो ऐसे नहीं किया होगा, ये सिंपल है। तो मैंने क्या किया, मैं ये 3 एंट्रीज को मर्ज करके मैंने नेट, इसका इफेक्ट देखो एंट्री का क्या होता है, ये तो डेबिट करके ये क्रेडिट कर देते, तो ये तो खत्म हो जाती है। तो नेट एंट्री क्या रह जाती है, प्रॉफिट लॉस डेबिट टू इम्प्लॉई स्टॉक ऑप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग काउंट 24,000। एंट्री तो यही रह जाती है ना, अगर आप देखो ध्यान से, आप लोग तो सीए इंटर ग्रुप 2 में हो, तो ये चीजें आपको समझ लगती हैं। और इधर मैंने ये एंट्री डालनी है, इम्प्लाई स्टॉक ऑप्शन को डेबिट करना है, इधर मैंने क्रेडिट करना था। तो ये दो एंट्रीज का जो नेट है वो प्रॉफिट लॉस और जनरल रिजर्व का चक्कर है। प्रॉफिट लॉस और जनरल रिजर्व आपको पता है कि सिमिलर इफेक्ट होता है, इनका कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने एक सिंगल एंट्री डाल दी इसकी। ये 3 एंट्रीज के बदले में मैंने सिंगल एंट्री डाल दी, इम्प्लॉई स्टॉक ऑप्शन आउटस्टैंडिंग अकाउंट डेबिट टू जनरल रिजर्व। ये ऐसे बुक्स में डालते हैं और ठीक डालते हैं, मुझे लगता है इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ये कैलकुलेटिव है बस, विथ रुपीज 12,000। सो ये 3 के बदले में 1 एंट्री आ गई। ये सारी तीनों एंट्रीज नहीं डालेंगे हम, इसके बदले में सिंगल एंट्री डाल लेंगे, बिकॉज ये दो एंट्रीज का भी तो इफेक्ट इसी तरह से बन रहा था, तो कोई खास फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा। मैंने कर दिया बेटा। शरण आई हैव, शरण लेट्स सी वन, आई वुड लाइक टू शो टेल यू इन हिंदी, इंग्लिश आल्सो. Let's understand this. This is a 1,20,000 which is to be written off within the period of 3 years. And this is very much clear. In the first year, we have to write off 48. Second year, we have to write it 48. Third year, we have to write off 24. This was clear to everyone. Now, one more thing is there. A few person have left our company, and due to that reason, whatever reserve that we have created, employee stock option outstanding account, that is to be cancelled now. It may be a liability, it may be a reserve. It is a practically it is a liability which has been created because this is a replacement of salary. Whatever salary we have to pay to them, we are just creating a replacement of that by way of this amount. So this amount is our liability which has been created in our books of account. So how much liability is created for that particular purpose? If this 24,000 is to be entered in full, then obviously 36,000 is the total amount of liability, because 1,20,000 is to be adjusted within the period of 2.5 years. And this is for 1,000 shares. How much will be for 300 stock options? That is 36,000. So it need to be reversed. Now in the third year, we have to reverse it, 36,000. We have to create 24,000. So we may go for the net also. That we have done net reversal of rupees 12,000. So this we have done by way of, I have shown it by way of journal entry also. In routine, we will pass this entry, employee composition expense to employee outstanding account 24,000, profit loss to expense account 24,000. So these are two entries which we are passing in routine, 24,000, 24,000 in the third year. Simultaneously, due to the reason of reversal, we have to make a reversal also. So for reversal, we will pass an entry, reversal. We'll pass an entry, employee stock option account outstanding account debit to GR. So this is what? This is a reversal of those 300 shares liability which has been created by us in our books of accounts. When we have created 1,20,000 for 1,000 shares stock options, then obviously how much will be for 300? That we have to reverse, because they will not get the shares now. They will not get the shares. So their amount is reversed, beta. उनकी amount को हमने reverse कर दिया. So instead of passing these 3 entries, we may go for a single entry, employee stock option outstanding on debit to general reserve for rupees 12,000 net. If you are not able to understand this, there's no problem. You may go for this entry. This is also okay. Above 3 entries are also okay. There's no worry, beta. It means we have to transfer to general reserve. Can we directly pass entry by profit loss debit to employee stock option outstanding? Can't understand. Okay. In balance sheet, it will be shown under the head liabilities, current liabilities. Okay. So just tell me, it is clear up to this? Now I need your feedback. अभी तक का सारा क्लियर? अभी तक का कुछ डाउट है तो बता दो, फिर मैं आगे चलूंगा। एक बार अब तक का मुझे आप बताओ, जिस इसको डाउट है वो लिख के भेजो, ये डाउट है मैं बताऊंगा। Now tell me if there is any doubt till now. If everything is clear, it's good. I would like to give you a better option. You may go for a break, then come back with a fresh mind. Okay, then we will discuss if there is any doubt to you. Otherwise, we will go for many questions. Okay, to practice. Okay, so have a break, sir. Ashok ji, have a break. So welcome back after the break. I think this was a complete refreshing break for everyone, for all of you, because something advanced was going on, and obviously when advanced things are done, then normally we are very we are feeling very fresh after the break, है ना? But too much fresh. So maximum comments have come that everything is clear. This one entry saved, no doubt, sir. No doubt, sir. Clear, sir. Narrations are required. Yes, without narration, entry is always of no use. So you must have tried on the narration. In first 2 years, can we pass one entry directly like no? In first 2 years, you cannot pass entry, direct entry, because in that case, expense must be created. No such big shortcuts are allowed. So wherever a shortcut is allowed, that we have done. No more shortcuts will be there. In that case, they will create a shortcut in your marks also. Like instead of giving 90 out of 100, they may make it 9, or they may make it something else. So you need not to do it. You know? Otherwise, they will do something advanced. Good morning, sir. Clear with illustration number 2. Can you kindly explain the question? Everything we will explain. Doesn't matter. Just wait and watch. Enjoy the movie. Movie is just going on. अभी खत्म कहाँ हुआ है? Illustration number 2 is yet going on. Now we are coming to the issue of shares. So when they will purchase, when stock options will be purchased. So see, illustration number 2 was there, no? Yes. He says 600 options are exercised on 30th of June. When the options are exercised, then what will be the journal entry? When options are exercised, that means for they have purchased it. Then a simple entry is there. Let's understand it. Bank account debit, imply compensation, implies stock option, outstanding account debit. Because the loss will be written off from this implies stock option, outstanding account debit. To share capital. So price will be same, whatever price we are earlier expecting, to security premium. Let's understand it. See, 600 were issued. At which rate? The rate was 40. And the total price, market price was 120, 160, sorry. So into 40. Into 120, the loss which we have expected to bear by us, to be borne by us, face value, that is 60,000, 600 into 100 or into 10. It is not mentioned maybe anywhere. You may take it as 10 because normally the shares of rupees face value is of rupees 10 each. So if it is given, it will be better. It is not given here, it is, so it is up to your choice. You may assume face value as 10 or 100 as per your choice. It is not compulsory, beta. So let's take an assumption that it is 10, 150, sorry, 150. In that case, premium is rupees 150. It will be, okay, maybe amount मैंने एक zero ज़्यादा लगा दी है. All done. Now, is that entry clear? Basically, entry is very simple: bank account debit to equity share capital to share premium, security premium. Entry should be like this. But the issue is this, that we have to issue a share of rupees 164 rupees 40 only. So when we will do this, the loss of rupees 120 will be written off from a liability which has already been created. And this is the account which has been created to write off this loss, implies stock option outstanding account. So this will be used, which has been lying in liability side since that date. I think this is clear to everyone. 100 vested option lapsed at the end of the exercise period. Now, what is the exercise period? Let it be very much clear. Accordingly, dates will be entered, no? Because this has been done on which date? 30th of June. Okay. So this has been done on 30th of June, beta. So when the exercise period will be over, that has already been discussed. It was on 30th of September, maybe 2013. So imply stock option outstanding account debit to general reserve for 100 share stock options into the rate is 120. So it will be 1 lakh, it will be 12,000, which is to be reversed. So this is to be reversed, बेटा. ये भी रिवर्स कर देंगे बिकॉज ये भी लैप्स हो गई है, तो ये भी रिवर्स कर देंगे. मीन्स जो लोग नहीं लेंगे एंड में, ये वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने परचेज ही नहीं करे, चाहे मतलब हमारे पास के लोग भी काम कर रहे हैं, वो जॉब कर रहे हैं, बट उनको हमारा पसंद ही नहीं आया शेयर, वो लेना ही नहीं चाहते, तो उन्होंने लिए ही नहीं, परचेज ही नहीं किया. तो लैप्स्ड होने का मतलब है कि वो टाइम पीरियड एक्सपायर हो गया और उन्होंने लिए ही नहीं, या तो उनके पास 40 रुपीज नहीं है लेने के लिए, या वो लेना नहीं चाहते. आई डजंट नो. ऐसा नॉर्मली होना नहीं चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर वो हमारे पास काम कर रहे हैं, उनको सस्ते में कोई चीज दी जा रही है, तो दे विल परचेज इट इफ वी आर गिविंग इट एट ए लोअर प्राइस. बट इफ दे आर नॉट परचेजिंग इट, दैट इज अप टू देयर ऑप्शन. सो दिस इज द concept. Is that clear to everyone? Just tell me if it is clear, then I will proceed. फास्ट बेटा, जल्दी बताओ. इज दैट क्लियर टू एवरीवन? स्पष्ट सर. वेरी गुड. So if it is clear, let's do another question, that is practical problem number 1, unsolved question number 1, practice questions. Read practice question number 1. These are named as practice question or something else? Yes. Read this question number 1. X Limited has its share capital divided into equity share hope is 10 each. 1st April it granted 20,000 employee stock option plans. Okay. At rupees 50 per share beta. So market price is 120, hence intrinsic value or the fair value will be 120 minus 50, it is equal to 70. Option were to be exercised between 15th March and 31st of March. So this is a period during which this exercise will be made. This is the exercise period, 15th March to 31st March. This is the exercise period. Exercise their options. So it means for there is no vesting period. No vesting period is given in this question. See, here it is, very important thing. No vesting period is given in this option. Then what we will do? What we will do? The employee exercise this option for 16,000 shares, but we have given this to 20,000. They have exercised only 16,000 and the remaining were lapsed. The company closes its books on 31st of March every year. So you have to pass journal entry in the books of 31st of March on 2022. This is a very simple question. Here, we are not giving them a lock-in period. We are telling them to purchase it immediately. There's no problem. Yes, we have announced this on 1st of April. We have announced this on 1st of April during the current year and tell them to exercise between this 15 days. Now, indirectly, we will assume that the vesting period is very much clear to us. Vesting period is looking 1st April 2011 to 15th of March 2012. If you will see with your other mind, with your intellectual mind, you may ever assume it is not mentioned here, but indirectly it is very much clear. Only those can purchase who will remain with us up to 15th of March 2012. So here 11.5 months is the vesting period. But the problem is we will have to write off the losses or the expenses only at the end of the year. Adjustment entry will be passed only at the end of the year. So end of the year is not there between this period. During this period, the year continues. And at the end of the year, this is very much clear. We are sure that this much number of persons has purchased it and this much number of persons have not purchased it. That is 4,000 has been lapsed and 16,000 has been purchased. So there is no typicality in this question. It is comparatively an easy question because we need not to create any reserve for it. We need not to create a loss for it. We will directly pass an entry when we will issue this share. So the entry is very well known to every student. That is bank account debit. What will be the journal entry beta? Bank account debit, employee compensation. No, employee compensation. Yes, it is it will be employee stock compensation. Yeah, employee compensation. Here, minor change is there because in the previous case, what has happened, you may see that minor change will be there. In our previous case, what we have done, when we have issued the share, we have passed an entry. We have passed an entry bank account debit, stock option outstanding account debit to share capital to security premium because we have already created this particular reserve for them. So this reserve was available with us for writing off the loss which we will bear in future. This has been created. This has been created by passing an entry employee compensation expense account debit. So this is the actual name of the loss which has been transferred to this reserve, which is to be carried forward in future. Now, in the given case, if you will see, we have not created any reserve. So we can write off that loss directly in employee compensation expense account to share capital to security premium beta. 16,000 shares are issued, 4 rupees 50 per share. And share capital is worth rupees 10 per share. Premium is 16,000 into how much? So the price is 120 per share. 17,60,000. So how much is the loss which you have to bear? 16,000 into 70. This is the loss which you have to bear. $11,20,000. And this loss is to be written off by us to profit and loss account every year. So profit and loss account debit to employee compensation expense account. No need of creating anything else because everything happened during the same period when option is exercised. Then entry is this on 31st of March 2013. And this entry will be when loss on issue of options is written off. And again on 31st of March 2013. So there will be only two entries. Date you may check it out. Date maybe I am writing wrong date. Okay. Date is a problem. Bank E compensation expense account debit to share capital to share capital. Exactly. So let's do a question. But in this case, I would like to get fast entries from you. That is practical question number 2. Fast. Start practical question number 2. Do it. So vesting period is given here. 1/3 options to its implies at the rate of 60 each. Vesting period is 2.5 years. Maximum exercise period is 1 year. Obviously, it will be after the completion of this period. Market price on that date is 90. Fair value is 30. All options were exercised on 31st of July. If the face value of equity shares 10 each, fast. We will discuss maximum illustration. I will take all of your doubts, but first of all, let me cover this chapter according to my way. Okay, then I will take question number 4, illustration number 6. There's no problem. You need not to worry. I think you people have already done it from somewhere else or at your own. So due to that reason, you people are asking the queries because my other students have not yet done this chapter. So I would like to cover every student. मुझे उसको पढ़ाना जरूरी होता है जो उसको बिल्कुल नहीं आता, उसको पढ़ाना जरूरी नहीं है, पहले उसको पढ़ाना जरूरी नहीं जिसको आता है. तो अब्दुल, अगर आपको आता है तो आपको टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं. यू विल हैव टू वेट एंड वॉच. यस, आई विल कवर फ्रॉम स्क्रैच टू टॉप. आई विल कवर फ्रॉम बेसिक टू एडवांस. बट लेट मी कवर द बेसिक फर्स्ट. Let me prepare my students for the exam, because if I leave any one of my students, then obviously my it will not be good on my part. Okay, first send me the entries. First entry already sent by Angel. Good, very good, shabash. Entry is correct. Next, send the first entry fast बेटा. फटाफट भेजनी है अब आपने एंट्रीज. आप सिर्फ मुझे फर्स्ट ईयर की एंट्रीज बता दो. सेकंड ईयर की एंट्रीज इसमें, हाँ, फर्स्ट ईयर की एंट्री बताओ फटाफट. फर्स्ट ईयर की एंट्री क्या आएगी? सभी लोग भेजो. फर्स्ट एंट्री क्या आएगी? उसके बाद सेकंड एंट्री भेजो, जिसने फर्स्ट भेज दी वो सेकंड भेजो, फटाफट करो, फास्ट. You have to do this question. If you will do this question with me, obviously I would like to understand that which type of doubt comes into your mind so that I can let you be clear on this. एंजल, यू आर करेक्ट. आपकी सेकंड एंट्री भी सही हो चुकी है. वेरी गुड. फर्स्ट एंट्री क्या आएगी और उसकी अमाउंट क्या आएगी? सभी लोग भेजो भी फटाफट. अकेला एंजल नहीं यहाँ पर पढ़ने के लिए आया हुआ, बाकी लोग भी पढ़ने आए हैं. ओनली ही इज डूइंग दैट. आपकी प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी बेटा अगर आप मेरे साथ साथ करोगे. कॉपी पे ना लिखो, जस्ट सेंड इट टू मी. सेंड मी द एंट्रीज फॉर क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 फास्ट. शिवलानी, गुड. 100% okay. First year, second year entries are same, so first year entry will be assumed as same for second year. Come to the entry of third year now. Come to the entry of third year fast. थर्ड ईयर की एंट्रीज डाल के भेजो. वेरी गुड. परने, थर्ड ईयर की एंट्री डालो. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, शाबाश. थर्ड ईयर की एंट्री ओके होगी. इंजल ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही है आपकी. बाकी लोग भी भेजो, थर्ड ईयर में एंट्री क्या आएगी. आई हैव डिमांडेड फ्रॉम यू एंट्रीज फॉर 10 11, 11 12, 12 13, and then 13 14. So this is 12th one to be passed. We have to pass 2 entries. As simple we are passing. This is again 12th one. We have to pass 2 entries. Employee stock, employee compensation expense account debit to employee stock option outstanding account. Profit loss to employee compensation expense account. This entry will be repeated in third year also, but the amount will be different. That will be 6,000 only. Now what will be the entry for fourth year? What will be the entry for fourth year? Cash account is never debited in case of shares because this is automatic payment. So you will have to always debit bank account whenever you have to pass the entry. Okay, my dear. So entry for fourth year you have to pass. Pura, your entry is not correct. I need complete entry. Maybe you have passed something else. Shivlani, your entry is correct. There's no problem. Just replace bank with cash. Replace cash with bank. Okay. Very good, Jyoti. Your entry is also correct. Parne, your entry is also. No, no. Parne, your entry is not correct, beta. You have passed the wrong entry. Just recheck it. My answer, Jyoti Jo, exactly I have already mentioned you. Your entry is 100% correct. Honey, your entry is just a mini entry, not a complete entry. Angel. Angel, your entry is wrong. In the fourth year, entry is very simple, for which we have created all that. So the entry will be passed accordingly. For the fourth year, entry will be banking on debit, as we will receive the payment of 1,000 options at the rate of 60 each. So it will be 60,000. Then we have to debit employee stock option outstanding count debit to share capital to security premium. It will be with rupees 1,000 at the rate of 30 each, 30,000. It will be 1,000 at the rate of 10 each, so it will be 10,000. It will be 1,000 at the rate of 80 each, it will be 80,000. Any doubt to anyone? Because we have to write off also this loss also. No? Geet Chauhan, your entry is first entry you have passed, maybe that is okay. So entries are same, whatever we have discussed in our basic entries when we have discussed the basic entries. In this case, it is a comparatively easy and simple question. Here is no technical adjustment was there. Hence, we have covered it and you have practiced it with me. Any doubt to anyone until now? अब तक जो आपने किया इसमें किसी को कोई डाउट हो? Third, you have to do at your own. Question number third, you have to do at your own. Question number 4, you have to do at your own. Question number 5, you have to do at your own. इसमें 3 क्वेश्चन मैंने आपको दे दिए हैं जो कि आपने खुद करने हैं. ठीक है. Now coming to illustrations. Okay. Shivlani, everything is easy. Even if we would like to go to Himalaya, that is also easy. But just अभी थोड़ा वेट करो, मुझे हिमालय पे लेके जाना है आपको. चलेंगे, मजा आएगा, इकट्ठे चलते हैं. Coming to illustrations. Illustration number 4. Let's come to illustration number 4, beta. Krishna, Hare. Read this illustration, we have to do it now. Ajanta grant 120 share options to each of its 460 employees. Each grant is conditional on the employee working for Ajanta for the next 3 years. So next 3 years is a vesting period, we can say. Estimated that the fair value of each share is 12 per share. We have assumed that 25% of employees will leave us during the upcoming period of 3 years. So forfeit their right to the share options. So this is basically we have estimated in advance. ये हमने पहले से ही estimate लगा लिया कि भैया ये तो छोड़ ही जाएंगे ना, 25% तो छोड़ेंगे ही छोड़ेंगे, 25% will leave our organization. It is must. We have assumed it in advance. So why will create any reserve for that? Why will we work for them? Okay. Everything turn out exactly as expected. So ऐसा ही हुआ, but this has happened during the 3 years period, not at the beginning, है ना? तो ये तो 3 सालों के एंड में होने वाला है ना, अभी तो इसकी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. So what you have to calculate? You have to calculate the amount to be recognized as an expense during the vesting period. So how much is to be written off every year? That you have to tell him. So it is very simple, beta. We all know how to get it because it is very easy now. Now you have to calculate how much amount is to be written off every year. First of all, tell me how much is the total loss which you have to bear. How much total loss you have to bear? Get it fast. Sir, यही entry तो भेजी थी. But sir, can we separate pass the general na sir? Yes, beta. While passing general entries, you have to go for the proper performa. And that performa must be like this. Some important points regarding journal entry performa I would like to discuss. See, here it is. First of all, you have to mention like this journal entries in the books of ABC Limited. Like this, you have to mention. Then you have to prepare proper performa, date, particular, debit, credit. You must write the currency also. And then you have, while passing the entry, always start the entry from the least left corner and write on the least right corner, that is debit. Don't write in between here. You have to write it in the right side at the end of the. And then 2 must be started after leaving minus space here. And 2 will be started in this way so that it must have to be completed in a proper way. And must write the narration in the proper way with calculation, if any, you have to show here. And then second entry, see the second entry. See, if this entry has been started from this, next entry will also be started in the same symmetry. If 2 has been started from here, 2 have also the same symmetry. See, here it is. Debit must have the same symmetry. Amount must have the same symmetry. So this is a way how you will have to present it. And it must be spacious. It must be spacious. Khula khula likhna hai. Okay. So this is the way. Now we are at illustration number 4. Just tell me how much amount will be written off. Now, one thing is very much clear in this case that 75% will have to continue. बड़ा मौसम आजकल ठंडा चल रहा है यहाँ पर. Good, very good. Now we need not to pass any here. We need not to pass any journal entry because he has not demanded from you. He just demanded an amount to be recognized as an expense during the vesting period. That's a very simple point. So nothing is required. No exercise period is required because he has already mentioned you that we have to calculate the amount only to be written off within the first 3 years. That's it. And that is very much clear to every student. 460 employees are there. 120 is the share options. 120 share options to each of its 460 employee. And fair value of each share option is 12. That is, fair value means difference between the market value and the issue price. So this is the total amount of loss to be written off into 75% because 25% will leave the organization. So we will need not to create loss for those. We'll have to create a reserve for only 75% of the remaining employees. So this is the amount which is to be written off during the period of 3 years. How much it is? Get it? It is 4,96,800 total loss, which is to be written off within the period of 3 years. So the amount will come as 1,65,600. Is that clear to everyone? Any doubt to anyone? Just tell me. बेटा डाउट जो नहीं पूछेगा वो सबसे बेकार बच्चा है. मुझे याद है कि मैं दिल्ली में पढ़ने गया था तो तब वहां पर हमारे सचदेवा सर हुआ करते थे. तो सचदेवा सर से जो मैं पढ़ने गया 2001 की बात है. So there was a batch of 250 students approximately in a school. The batch was running, and I am normally reaching at the end because timing was I have to manage many batches. कई batches लगाने होते थे. तो due to that reason I am reaching at late, and students are normally coming 1 hour in advance, 2 hours in advance, and sitting in the front rows. I am sitting in the last 2 or 3 rows. But Sajjava sir knows me personally. Why? Because when I am standing and asking my query and others are just sitting idle and not asking any query, then obviously my name will be explored to the sir. He's well known to me. Whenever I have a doubt, I stand up and ask my query, and my voice is good enough at that time also because at that time also I am teaching and voice is good enough. So I'm easy to ask the query, even sitting in the last row within the batch of 250 students, where sir is standing approximately good number of meters from me, है ना? तो तब भी बड़ा अच्छा क्वेश्चन पूछते थे, तो मुझे फायदा हुआ है, बिकम अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट। हो सकता है कई नहीं भी बने होंगे इसी वजह से, बिकॉज उन्होंने कभी क्वेरी ही नहीं पूछी। इंस्टेड ऑफ कैन डू, दैट इज अप टू यू, अमाउंट मस्ट बी सेम बेटा। You may do anything, but amount must be same, Abdul. So ask the query if there is any. Otherwise, this is clear. I assume the illustration number 4 is clear to everyone. Am I assume? बेटा clear है सभी को? जल्दी बोलो फटाफट, fast speak it out that this is clear. How to present it? That is the way given in your module. Beta, see here it is. The way it has been given in your module is always best. Presentation can't be given better than the module by anyone. So this is the way the presentation is given. It is always better. Okay. So this is a cumulative amount. He has already mentioned how to add the calculate the cumulative amount that he has already calculated for you. The total amount to be written off within the period of 2 years is this one, out of which 1,65,600 is already created. So he has deducted 1,65,600 and the balance amount of rupees 1,65,600 is created in this year. And in the third year again there is a change. There will be another calculation that is to be done. Okay. So this is the way how it is to be done. चलो अभी एक अच्छा सा क्वेश्चन करते हैं। Illustration number 5 is for you because you have already done such type of question with me. I think you people can do it very easily. But don't see it from the module. Do it at your own and then check it out whether you are right or not. Okay. Illustration number 6. Sir, can I ask a question to you regarding new scheme? No, beta. I don't have time now. Loss and fair value of share is same in every time. Exactly, it will remain same. Sir, fair value in module is given as the value at which shares offered for purchase could be exchanged between knowledgeable. But don't take it in that way. Go in the practical way, whatever we have discussed. That is a better way for discussing about this, Vinay. Can it be always taken as difference between? No, it will be given to you. Fair value will always be given to you, beta. It will be equivalent to the difference. If it is not given, then you have to take in that way. Okay. So Choice Limited grant 100 stock option to each of its 1,000 employees. 420. Very good question. Very good question. मजा आ जाएगा करके. Options would be exercised within a period of a year. When it is vested, market price is 50 per share. These options will vest at the end of year 1. Means vesting period will be 1 year only. In case company is able to earn a profit of 16%, if the earning of Choice Limited is 16%, if the profit rate of profit is 16%, then vesting period will be 1 year only. Or it will be 2 years in case 16% is not achieved in first year. In case 16% is not achieved in first year, obviously in that case, first year will not be the 1 year will not be the vesting period. It will increase. So in that case, vesting period will be 2 years. If average of 2 years earning is 13%, and if that is also not achieved, it will go for 1 more year. It will be of 3 years. Vesting period will be 3 years. In case average earning of 3 years will be 10%. If it is not achieved, then obviously these options will not be given to them. So let it be very much clear here. Vesting period is not fixed it is subject to change so that our employees are boosted to work hard. They are boosted to work hard, that they must have to earn good in the company. If the company will grow, they will get the shares. If the company will not grow, they will not get the shares. So vesting period will be 1 year. That is only the first year. In case the NP is 16%, if it is not achieved, then vesting period will increase to 2 years. And NP must be 13% in that case. We will always expect that it will happen. Vesting period will be 3 years. If this is not achieved, then it will increase to 2 years. If this is not achieved, then it will increase to 3 years in case NP of 10% is achieved. If this is not achieved, then obviously we have to reverse each and everything. We need not to give stock options to them. This it meant for. Now, in the beginning, we will always assume that we will achieve 16%. If we will achieve 16%, then vesting period is 1 year only. It means for the whole loss will be written off in the first year only. If the earning of choice limited, okay. Now 5,000 unvested options lapsed on 31st of March 2012. So this option is given on 1st of April 2011. So at the end of first year, out of 100 into 1,000, that is 1 lakh options. If you will see here, 1 lakh shares are to be issued. 1 lakh stock options are to be issued. So out of these 1 lakh, he says 5,000 are already lapsed. Lapsed means they have left the company, obviously. So first year, that is up to 31st of March 2012, when we have to write off this loss, then at that time we come to know. At the end of first year, we will also understood that how much is the loss, how much is the profit percentage. Okay, 4,000 unvested options are lapsed on 31st of March, that is at the end of second year, and 3,500 at the end of third year. So fair value is 30%, that is given to you. Now this is given to you that earning percentage is also not for sure. Earning percentage is 14% at the end of first year. So this was not known to me in advance, na, but at the end of first year I come to know about this. ना पहले साल के एंड में तो हमें पता लग गया कि हमने कितना कमाया है, तो अब हमें ये तो पता लग गया कि इस साल के एंड में तो हम लोग अपना टारगेट अचीव नहीं कर पाएंगे. वी आर नॉट एबल टू अचीव अवर टारगेट एट द एंड ऑफ द फर्स्ट ईयर. अदरवाइज तो देखो हमें फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में ये टारगेट अचीव हो जाता तो फायदा था, बट हमें ये टारगेट अचीव नहीं हुआ. अब अगर ये टारगेट ही अचीव नहीं हुआ तो इसका मतलब ये है कि हमें ये लॉस जो है, ये कितना लॉस था, हाउ मच इज द टोटल लॉस. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द लॉस फर्स्ट. हाउ मच इज द अमाउंट ऑफ टोटल लॉस. Here 1 lakh stock options were to be issued, out of which 5,000 are lapsed at the end of the year. So for them we need not to create any reserve. उसके लिए कोई रिजर्व नहीं क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा, मुझे सिर्फ 95,000 के लिए रिजर्व क्रिएट करना है. बिकॉज साल का एंड हो गया, एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर वी कम टू नो, तो व्हाई टू क्रिएट अ रिजर्व फॉर दोज हु आर ऑलरेडी अनवेस्टेड, हु आर ऑलरेडी लैप्स्ड. जो लैप्स हो गई उनके लिए तो क्रिएट नहीं करना. तो मेरे पास 95,000 है जिनका मुझे रिजर्व क्रिएट करना है बेटा. अब ये भी क्लियर है कि ये एक साल में राइट ऑफ नहीं होने वाला लॉस, इसको 2 इयर्स तो कम से कम लगेंगे. फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि सेकंड ईयर तक तो मैं टारगेट अचीव कर लूंगा. तो 95,000 पे मेरा लॉस कितना है, हाउ मच इज द टोटल लॉस, 30 रुपीज. सो इट इज 28,50,000 बेटा. So this is a total loss which is going to be borne by me. At the end of year 1 I come to know कि मुझे 95,000 into 30 का लॉस होगा. तो ये लॉस जो है मुझे कितने सालों में राइट ऑफ करना है. अभी मैं ये लगा रहा हूं उम्मीद कि एक साल में तो 14% अचीव किया है, नेक्स्ट ईयर का मुझे पता ही नहीं है. दिस इज नॉट नोन टू मी. सेकंड ईयर और थर्ड ईयर का मुझे नहीं पता होता है. एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर मींस 31st of March 2012 मैंने जब एंट्री डालनी है तब मुझे इतना तो पता है कि 5,000 लोग मुझे छोड़ के चले गए हैं, 5,000 की ऑप्शन लैप्स हो गई. पर ये नहीं पता कि मैं, और ये भी पता है कि फर्स्ट ईयर के एंड में मेरी टारगेट अचीव नहीं हुआ, बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट 16%. अगर ये टारगेट अचीव हो जाता 16% का, फिर तो मुझे सारे का सारा लॉस अभी ही डालना पड़ता. if it is 16% interest instead of 14%, then I have to write off the complete loss in the 1 year only, because in that case vesting period will be 1 year only. But vesting period will increase if I'm not able to achieve the target of 16%. So it will increase to 2 years. Now I am expecting that this loss will be written off within the period of 2 years, not within the period of 1 year, beta. So if it is written off 2 years, then it will be written off as 14 lakh 25,000 per annum. So in the first year, we have to pass two entries as we are passing in routine by the amount of rupees 14 lakh 25,000. Is that clear? Abdul, at the end of first year, we are just seeing one thing, that 16% is not achieved, beta. Okay. Remaining, you may change the percentages and do more and more question as per your choice later on. Just try to understand the question first. In the first year only, you have to write off 14 lakh 20,000, not in first and second year. Let it be very much clear. तो फर्स्ट ईयर में तो आपको राइट ऑफ कितना करना है, 14 लाख 20,000. यहां तक तो क्लियर हो गया सभी को. Now at the end of second year, two great things have happened. First of all, 95,000 shares option were there. Out of that, 4,000 more are lapsed. So now 91,000 are left only. 91,000 are left only. Only conveys are happening. Second thing, 14 plus 10 divided by 2, because we have to calculate average. 14 plus 10 divided by 2. So this is how much? This is beta 12%. So I am unable to achieve the target of 13%, which I have to achieve. Average of 2 years earning should be 12%, 13%. Only then it is to be written off. Only then vesting period will be 2 years. Now it is very much clear vesting period has increased to 3 years now. अब मुझे ये लग रहा है कि यार चेंज हो रहा है, सिचुएशन चेंज होती जा रही. नाउ सिचुएशन हैज चेंज. नाउ वेस्टिंग पीरियड विल बी 3 years. So 91,000 into 30, this is a total amount of loss which is to be written off. And this amount is 27 lakh 30,000, which is to be written off instead of 28 lakh 50,000, which we are earlier planned. Because at that time 95,000 shares were there. Now stock options have reduced. Now only 91,000 are there, which will apply for it. Till now, no one has applied it because yet exercise period is not started, yet vesting period is going on. So this is to be written off within the period of 3 years now. 27 lakh 30,000 divided by 3. It is to be written off within the period of 3 years, 9 lakh 10,000 plus per annum. So it is to be written off 9 lakh 10,000 per annum, beta. Now 2 years are already passed. If you will see, 2012, 13 and 2013, 14. So 2 years are passed. Hence, till now you must have to write off 9 lakh 10,000 into 2, that is 18 lakh 20,000. Out of which already how much is written off? 14 lakh 25,000. This has already been written off by you. 14 lakh 25,000 has already been written off by you. So balance amount is to be written off in second year. Because in first year we have written off 14 lakh 25,000. So remaining 3 lakh 95,000 will be written off in second year, beta. Is that clear to everyone? Sir, stock of option given to 1,000 employees and 5,000 employees left. It is not clear. Okay. Let's see one more time, because he is saying 1,000 employees are given stock option of 100 shares. 100 stock options are given. So it was 1 lakh, beta. 1 lakh stock options were given to 1,000 employees. Okay. Now 5,000 unvested options are lapsed. Not 5,000 employees have left the organization. 5,000 options are left. This is the count of options, beta. Not the number of it means for 5,000 means for 50 employees have left the organization, because 100 is given to everyone. So that means for due to that reason we have done it. Second year is clear to everyone? Just tell me. Now third year. थर्ड ईयर. यू विल हैव टू कैलकुलेट फॉर द थर्ड ईयर योरसेल्फ. अपने आप निकालना, मैं देखूंगा एंट्रीज डालना है इसकी, सारे क्वेश्चंस करने हैं आपने. यू हैव टू ऑल द इलस्ट्रेशंस, ऑल द क्वेश्चंस विद एग्जामिनेशन क्वेश्चंस आल्सो फ्रॉम योर बीओएस ऐप. यू मे चेक इट आउट. आपके वहां पर फ्रॉम योर बीओएस वेबसाइट एग्जामिनेशन क्वेश्चंस आर आल्सो गिवन टू यू. वहां से एग्जामिनेशन क्वेश्चन भी आपने करने हैं. सब कुछ करके आना है. आई विल टेक द डाउट्स इन माय नेक्स्ट लेक्चर एंड देन गो फॉर द again second year entry, sir. Don't worry beta. In second year what has happened, first of all 95,000 was the options which was issued at the end of first year we are expecting, but during the second year 4,000 more options are left, means 40 more employees have left the organization. Now this is very much clear that our estimate has changed. This is called change in accounting estimate. So accounting estimate, you have already studied na accounting estimate, like life of an asset was earlier expected to be 10 years. Later on we come to know that no, its life should be 8 years only. Then its life should be of 6 years only. Accordingly depreciation is changed. So in the same way here it is. Earlier we are expecting that 95,000 will apply for this. 95,000 options will have to be issued. Now at the end of second year we come to know no, 4,000 more have, 40 employees more have left. Accordingly 4,000 options will have been lapsed and only 91,000 will be issued. So accordingly we have created made the calculation once again. So we have recalculated the amount. Earlier amount was 28,50,000, which has been changed now. It has come to rupees 27,30,000. So which is to be written off in 3 years now instead of 2 years, because earlier vesting period was 2 years. Now vesting period has also changed because we are unable to achieve the target in the second year even. Due to that reason I have calculated 9,10,000 is to be written off every year, first year, second year and third year. Now 9,10,000 is to be written off every year. So 2 years have already passed. So accordingly amount of 2 years will be written off. It will be 18,20,000. At the end of 2 years we need a reserve of 18,20,000 in our books of accounts. To create this reserve, 14,25,000 has already been created. Balance amount will be created in this year. That will be 3,95,000. In the same way, third year will be done. Don't worry if anything is not clear. We will discuss this illustration once again in our next lecture. Be relaxed. Just try to do remaining questions, because remaining questions which I have given are comparatively very easy. This is the most toughest question. This and the next one. These are the two most toughest questions in this chapter. Otherwise, all questions are very comparatively easy. We will discuss it in our next lecture. If there is any doubt, just remind me once again. Come to me with your doubts. Otherwise, we will start next chapter. Okay. So nice. I think you people are very well understood with the ESOPs chapter. We'll meet in our next lecture. Okay then. Sir, close the session.